An interesting legal case involving a criminal and the DEA. We're joined by legal expert Brian Bouffard. Good morning.
Good morning.
This is an interesting case. There's a woman who was arrested on drug charges, and essentially the DEA took all of her information, created a Facebook profile of her, and then used it to trap her friends.
That's exactly what they did, and they did that without her knowledge and without her permission, and in my opinion, they put her and her family in significant danger.
The DEA, I assume, felt this was legal, no?
You know, that's a great question. They certainly clearly assumed that they can do it. Whether they are honest with themselves about whether it's really legal, I don't know, because I do know that if you or I did that, we would end up arrested, prosecuted, and probably convicted.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, she allowed them to look through her phone, right? And that's where they stumbled upon all this other material?
Well, she did, and there's a lesson there for everyone here. The police need a warrant if they're going to search for evidence, whether that's your home or your phone or your car or anything. But if they ask you for your permission and you give them consent, all issues of whether or not they had a right to be there or whether they were, doing the right thing and targeting you in the beginning or anything, those all disappear. So that's why you should just kind of willy-nilly grant permission to law enforcement to look at your material. You should make them jump through those hoops. The problem here, though, is even though she gave them permission to pull certain items off her phone, like I believe some text messages or whatever that might be relevant to their investigation, she did not give them any permission to go forward and to not only look at, but to seize her personal pictures of her children, her personal information, all of that, and go online and pretend to be her. She did not consent to that.
Now, how is this different than, say, an investigator in the child sex crimes unit creating a fake profile pretending to be an underage girl?
Well, because that's not an actual person. In other words, if a police detective or FBI agent goes online, like you say, and pretends to be, a 14-year-old girl named Susie, there really is no Susie, and there's no Susie who is placed in danger by that behavior. You can go online and pretend to be somebody that you're not, but you can't go online and pretend to be somebody that you're not when that other somebody is another real person. That would be identity theft.
So is this going to be battled out in the court? I mean, is it as clear-cut as you're leading us to believe? I mean, are they allowed to impersonate you, as long as you give them permission to certain material?
I think that if you gave them permission to impersonate you, they could. But that's going to be the key here. The issue here is if I, for example, if I get hear a knock on my door and I open the door and it's police officers and they've got a search warrant and they want to come in and look for a piece of evidence and I say, okay, come on in, am I giving them permission not only to look for a particular item of evidence, but to go up to my wall and take framed photos of me and my family off the wall and take it back to their lair and then go online and pretend to be me? No. I mean, that's absolutely not part of a consent to search. So that's the issue here.
Are they doing this as a matter of procedure? Are there other people they've done this to?
I don't know that we can know that. But if they've done it in this case, there's absolutely no reason whatsoever to think that they're not doing it in other cases. So, again, these are issues that can best probably be sorted out by house cleaning in our government, and I hope that happens. I hope that this is one of those things that prompt people to take some action.
Legal expert Brian Bouffard, thank you so much.
Anytime. Thank you.
Take care.